Good evening. My name is David Bria. Most of you know me. I was before this board last year to present some background information about the anti-discrimination ordinance that you passed at that time. And before I go any further, I do just want to say thank you for this board's action on that issue. It was significant in that you were the first township in all of Bucks County. So I do want to extend my thanks and acknowledge the work that you've done on that. I also tonight speak to you as an alumnus of the Rainbow Room in Doylestown, which is the organization that put together the LGBTQ prom that took place on February 15th. My participation in that organization when I was in high school was so important to me because it was the first time that I had examples in my life, I had role models in my life that showed me that I had a future as a young queer person. There wasn't a lot on TV, there wasn't a lot in media, there wasn't much for us to look up to. And the experience was significant, and it made a huge impact. Discrimination happens all the time still today, and that is why we need messages of support, such as this Love is Love resolution. And I'm going to share two recent experiences. One happened to a colleague, one happened to myself, just so we have an understanding of what we're talking about, and that it's not just the type of thing that happens in high school and goes away. Last November, my friend, Dr. Jessica Rothschild, was elected to the Scranton City Council. It's a position she had to fight hard to earn. It's a big constituency, it was a hard race. At her council meeting at the beginning of March, she couldn't attend. As you know, business comes up. You can't make every meeting. And during public comment at that session, a member of the community stood up and referred to her as him, he, a man, intentionally misgendered her because she is a queer woman. And while that happened, her four colleagues on that board sat in silence. I, about a week ago, published an op-ed in the Bucks County Courier-Times. It was reflecting on the candidacy of Mayor Pete Buttigieg for president. It wasn't about supporting him or not supporting him. It was about acknowledging how important it was to see an out gay person so clearly in the public eye. And I reflected upon what it would have meant to me when I was the age of so many of the speakers tonight to have been able to see that and to be able to understand that there was hope and a bright future. Someone in my community, who is known to me, decided to take that opportunity to post the article all over not only her social media, but mine and that of the borough, to call me a joke, an embarrassment, the laughing stock of Yardley. These are painful experiences. We're not always supposed to admit that. We're supposed to, as public officials, sometimes pretend that we're not affected by what people say about us, but the truth is it still hurts. And if it still hurts myself, if it still hurts Dr. Rothschild as elected officials, we're in positions of power. And I want everyone to think about what it feels like when you're still wandering the halls of your high school at 16, trying to figure out who you are. And if you're adding a dimension of queerness to all of that, it is so much more complicated. You know, reflecting on that time, I realized that a newspaper headline that said a local government had passed a resolution supporting my community and saying that love is love, it would have built me up so high. And to see, but also to see a headline that went the other way, that said it failed, that would have hurt. It would have torn me down. You have an opportunity to correct that tonight. I know that many of you have concerns about the specifics of the resolution. Nothing is perfect. I know, as a board member myself in Yardley, that rarely do we consider anything we vote on to be perfect. But I ask all of you to consider the message it sends and consider sending that message to those who need to hear it most. It's simple to do. I ask that you reconsider. Thank you.